Hi, welcome to your flipped classroom for this week. This is a flipped classroom for your computing lessons for next week. So in computing so far, you've designed your own robot and now you should have designed that onto Scratch. The next part is to add elements to your robot. So when certain things happen, like touch part of the robot or the robot hits a wall or bumps into something, then something happens to the robot. So I'm going to show you just one thing so that in your lesson you can then replicate this. You can have a go at this at home, but then you can then follow these steps to maybe do something else. And I'll explain that a little bit more as we go into the video. So I'm going to load my screen up for you. And this is my screen that you can see. So this is my robot that I have designed. Now, I designed it like I showed you last week using the shapes and the on the costume tool. So I created my sprite. Now, to make sure that something changes to the appearance of my sprite when something happens, I've made sure that I've actually made two with a slight difference. Let's see if you can pick that difference out. So this is called robot 1. When I click on robot 2, can you see anything that's different? You should see that the eyes are changing color. So in my first robot, the eyes are yellow, and then in my second robot, the eyes are red. So I'm going to add a code to this so that when I do a certain action to the robot, its eyes are going to change color. So I go to my code, and I click on my sprite. This is the sprite that I'm going to be using. And my sprite has 2 costumes. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to events. So events, this starts everything off. So when I click the sprite, okay, so when I click it, I want my costume to change to robot 2. Okay, robot 2 is the one with the red eyes. I then want it to wait, so we then go to control, and I'm going to wait for, I don't know, 2 seconds, and then I want that costume to go back to the first one. So switch costume, back to robot 1. So now when I click my sprite, if I go into full screen, when I click it, the eyes go red, and then after 2 seconds, they should go back to yellow. See that? Click, and back to yellow. Okay, and that's really how simple it can be. You can do other things. You won't be able to hear sound on mine, but you could add sound to it, or you can create other costumes where different parts of the body move. For example, or you can change the shape of things. I could make another costume. So we go down to here, and if I right click it, I right click my one, I can duplicate it, and now I've got robot 3. Okay, robot 3, we can change. Well, let's get rid of that. Let's change it completely. We're going to change our robot shape here. Let's give it a red circle. We give it an outline as well. So now we've changed that completely. So when I go to my code now, okay, when the sprite's clicked, that happens. But let's now do something like I could press a button on the computer. So let's say when I press the space bar on the computer, I'm going to switch to robot 3. Let's wait 1 second, and then we're going to go back to switch to robot 1. Ooh. Okay, check it, make sure it's all okay, and then let's go and see how it works. So my first code still works. When I click the sprite, the eyes change color. And when I press the space bar, we get a circle. and it moves a little bit as well. I didn't intend for it to move. So I could now debug. Debug is when we correct things. Okay, I don't want my third costume to move. You can see it's moved there up on the screen. Ooh. So let's move it back to where it should be. Yeah, that's better. So now when I go to it, when I click the eyes, they turn red. When I press the space bar, I get a circle instead of a square. So have a go, have a mess around with it, rewind the video as many times as you like. And yeah, there we go, play around, mess about with it. The best way to use Scratch is to explore. So have a go at home. If you haven't got a desktop or a laptop, you can use it on an iPad or any sort of learning pad. And if not, come into school early and we can set it up for you so you can have a practice in the breakout area or in the computer rooms before school starts. But yeah, have a go at it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.